Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm Gianna.
And welcome to the We Watch It All podcast,
where we watch it all and give you our opinions.
AKA the opinions no one ever asked for, and it's finally here, folks. It's Real Housewives of New York. RHONY is back.
Listen, New York was the first franchise I ever watched.
Well,
so I've been waiting to talk about
again
it.
Because
it's new. I kind of don't love that they made it the same New York, like that this is like season 14, but I guess it's like the licensing, you can't really change it, so I guess it's like already the same show, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do wish that this was something new because it feels different, it looks different,
yeah,
and
but
I don't
you know
hate
what?
it.
Here's the thing, though. When they did bring on other people, even when they did almost like half the cast change, it was still what it was.
Yeah. I guess same thing when they brought Miami back and, like, you know, they changed.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was like, I kind of, like, wish that, but because it does feel very different to me.
No, it's absolutely very, 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 very different.
Yeah.
Like, just, I don't want to call it like the pacing, the tempo and stuff. It's just, it is different. It's like they are actually going in, I don't want to say chronological order, but kind of. And we're not finding the other franchises kind of doing that.
Yeah, I think
They've been jumping.
Feels organized. It feels clean and, like, sleek, like the title
like
cards.
New York, yeah.
It does. It the vibe it gives off is very different, and I mean, we're going to do this. Should we do the taglines first?
Yeah, we can. But
because they actually give us the taglines.
Yeah, but in all honesty,
I mean, before seen like OC.
In all honesty, I feel like the New York girls of the past, their thing was also very, like, streamlined. Like, it was very, like, they weren't jumping around. Like, when we're watching, like, OC and even the Atlantas that are here, like, it's very, like, a lot of different things going on at once. And New Jersey was like that too. It was like, this one's doing this one while this one's totally at the other end of the spectrum.
You know what I think it is?
These are friends.
Yes, I think there's a division in the group where not everybody wants to hang out with everybody. Like, don't
in
get me
the
wrong,
other ones, you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. They have like a little fight already starting.
Yeah, but it's still different.
It's you can tell that
it's
like a petty friend fight you would have with your own friends.
It honestly feels like they just took the women. And I'm not trying to be mean because they're could be all my age or more. They just took all the women that were New York and just shrunk them down in age and brought a younger version of that group in.
Yeah. They feel like a good mix between, like, a Leah and, like, the older girls. Like, somewhere in the middle they met.
Here's
they
my
didn't
thing.
go as old as the previous cast, but they didn't go, well, I mean, I don't know how young Leah was, but, like, you know what I mean? They some of them do feel young, but
but when you think about it,
a little better.
They do have very similar to kind of what they had there. Like, they have one that's a business lady who's, like, kind of like Bethany, and then there's one that's
I do feel like if you tried
a
and you
flirty
thought
one,
about
which
it,
could
you
be
could
like
match.
Sonia. Yeah, you could match one to each one of them,
which I think was smart.
Yeah. And then there's, like, you know, a wife that's kind of like she's not a stay-at-home wife, but she is more like very Dorinda-y. There's a lot of them that I could draw.
Like, you could see, like, at least a little similarity between past housewives, which is kind of smart, because I was like, everybody's like, oh, I don't want these housewives gone, but they're gone.
I think that's what they tried to do. I think they tried to bring a younger version in, but I think they knew that they had to be friends. Yeah. So, with that being said, if I went back in their Instagram, would I see them as friends before this? I don't know. I mean, a couple of them have said, like, I know Jenna Lyons said she was friends with so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, but not all together as a group. But it does seem like there is 4 of them at least that do travel definitely in that same circle.
Yeah.
So, and know each other well, it seems. So, that's all you need is that, like, how it was like Luann, Sonia, and Ramona. Those 3 had history.
Yeah.
And then they kind of brought everybody else in a way that they kind of still, like, Jill Zarin still knew all them, and it was one of those type of things. So, Sissy just discovered the flame.
Uh-oh, we have a candle that we were trying to move from our air purifier. Okay, she's good. She's giving herself a chubby. She's over it. Doesn't care. Whatever. She's like, move on.
So, the new housewives are Jenna Lyons. She's the only one I know the last name of because I know her.
Oh, I was going to say...
And they seem to call her that.
They called her that. I'll just say this right here. I had it later in my notes, but I feel like they're setting her up to be the front runner for this show. She's going to be the main one. From the way she's center in the card.
I think she's oldest.
She's got also like the way she just tossed the apple like carelessly. The fact that they all refer to her by her whole name when they go to her house. It's like a different, like, vibe around her that I feel like they're setting her up to be like the one, like, when you think of this new New York, you're going to be like, oh, her.
Yeah.
Her.
She's very well known. Like, she's one of those, like...
I feel like I've seen her before, but let me be honest. You know who she kind of looks like? She looks like the lady from What Not to Wear. Do you know her? Like, same... They kind of look similar a little bit, and I think that's what I'm thinking.
No, I can't remember her name.
You know what? I just saw
She was also on a show that I watched,
I saw
like
the
a
lady from
show.
What Not to Wear recently, so that's why she's, like, in my memory.
Well, she's one of them. And then there is Giselle. Apparently, she's, like, a publicist. Sai. She is an influencer. And then there's Uba. I think she's a model.
Yes.
And Erin is a real estate agent, apparently. That I didn't get that. I also had her down as Spanish, but apparently she's Israeli. She did speak Spanish.
She did. I heard her speak a little Spanish.
So I was like, okay. And then there's...
She just may know a little Spanish. Look at Dean here.
Yeah, no.
Dean's
know.
accidentally taking Spanish again in college after he said he didn't want to take it after he accidentally took a third year.
And then there's Bryn, who is apparently the flirt. She's the Sonia.
She's a little crazy, and I like her.
Yeah, she's the Sonia of the group. Or I can't tell, like, if Jenna Lyons would be the Sonia of the group because she is, like, weird, but no, I don't think so. I think she might be more Ramona.
Which one?
Jenna Lyons, because she's business and yet she's still quirky and weird. I don't know, it's tough, but I don't know. I think Bryn is definitely Sonia. They have little
aspects from everybody that you could pick. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, when we say Bryn's tagline, that was it. I heard her tagline. I was hook, line, and sinker. I'm like, this girl's a little kooky, and I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do these taglines.
They start out with, again, this lineup means nothing to us because it's not like how we did OC where we would say, oh, well, I would expect that person to come in.
Yeah, because we don't know anything about them.
We don't really know any. So it's Uba is first, and she says, the secret ingredient, darling, it's me. I'm trying to figure out, this was what I thought we could do too, is trying to figure out, like, what...
The storyline. Now that we kind of, like, New Jersey definitely was, like, linked with a storyline.
Yeah,
and even the OC
the OC, we could clearly figure out where those little lines matched up in the show because we're so far in already.
Yeah,
but with this, it's like I don't know.
Maybe she's gonna end up being like the key source to this group. But you know what? She was in the previews. A lot of the fights seem to have her surrounded it. So maybe she's gonna be like the secret to the fight.
I don't know. See, I was like thinking like literal. Like I don't know. I haven't that one. I'm totally confused. Just a little basic. Yeah, I just don't know.
I'm like woo over that one.
Jenna Lyons. My lashes may be fake, but I definitely keep it real.
Basic. I'm not like...
They must be...
I feel like they should have found something with shoes. Especially after we saw that shoe closet.
Yeah, because they made a big stink about the shoes. So I don't know unless she's going to get called out for being... Fake or something.
I don't know.
Or not being her true self, which is weird because she's already come out and everything like that. And so I don't know. That's kind of weird.
That one's iffy. I feel like...
And she also seems like she's very like...
Keep it real.
Yeah, like everything's right out there. So unless that's her thing is that she just does do that kind of stuff. I don't know. And then next is Jessel.
Damn it.
Jessel. Sorry, lady. I'll get it.
God.
I always bring the flavor. It's not my fault you don't have taste. So now this is interesting because she's a publicist. I couldn't tell you what that has to do with anything.
Sometimes I think they just like pick like housewife like taglines and I think they just give them to them.
I don't know.
Like it's not a bad tagline.
No, but
definitely
it would be
better than the taco.
It would be nice to know what it relates to, or
like I don't know. But like at the end of the other, I think Beverly Hills we did it or New Jersey. We assessed the taglines to see how well they match up. So we'll have to probably do it again now because we really don't know anything about these ladies to really assess them.
Yeah. Oh wait, I skipped. I'm sorry, I skipped Erin. She came next. I'm sorry, Erin is, I am a true New Yorker. The only bull I'll take is by the horns. Which I thought was cute because she is a true New Yorker. We already have seen that, so her line makes total sense.
Yeah. Not bad. She's getting Kyle.
Yeah, it's kind of basic. It's kind of basic. And then we have Sai, who is, hers is, in New York, there is a lot of bad apples, but I'm the baddest of the bunch. I mean, that one was good too.
Yeah.
But again, like
it's just kind of like
basic. She doesn't really seem like a troublemaker, but I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, they said in the beginning that she's an influencer, and one of the girls, I don't know which one it was Erin, said she can be a bitch, but she's just not a bitch to me. So I don't know, maybe she is somebody that's going to be like a bad ass type person. Oh, wait wait, I got lost. Okay.
Next one, last one.
No, I know, but then I saw somebody's name and I got confused. I'm like, what's London and Rio about? So then there's Bryn, which is the one that you thought was fabulous. It was, I love to laugh, but make me mad and I'll date your dad. And, for the few moments that we did see her on screen, I could see her dating your dad, so be careful. Yeah. Your grandfather, I don't think she really would have any... Because the whole thing that they basically said about her was that she's a flirt, she's young, it's like...
She's definitely got to be the youngest out of the whole group.
Yeah, she made it sound like there's never a time that she's not flirting.
Yeah.
Like, if she's
that
asking
is a little Sonia-y. We just watched
for a
Crappy
tissue,
Lake.
it's still going to be a flirt. So, yeah, it's... Yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
I don't know. There was something about that. It was definitely not giving me the... Hand me a taco, and pissed me off. Like, I thought, at first I was like, huh? But then I was like, you know what? That's kind of hilarious. I'm here for that one.
Yeah, I thought hers was cute. I don't know if she's going to date somebody older or something. I don't know. There was, oh no, I think they did say...
They did show something in the
something about
preview,
that.
Yeah.
So maybe, that's what her whole thing is going to be.
I will say,
I don't know.
The intro part where they had said their taglines... That looked so much nicer than what they had for OC.
Well, it's because it was...
No,
I think it was like gold and black and
I know, but I like the way they set it up. They had pictures of them in the back, them standing.
I think they did that for OC too, pictures, but it was...
No, it's not. OC's got that crappy, ugly orange, and the families are in the back. They have the same old traditional one with these bright colors. Like, I know it's supposed to be like, I guess, bright and orangey and like citrusy
sunny
colors.
California.
Yeah, I know, but it's just, I don't know, it looks so goofy and cheesy. But these don't. These are like...
was, I feel like certain things should not be changed. And I did not like that they were all standing like...
They weren't like holding that
it was like willy-nilly. I'm sorry, I feel like that's what everybody does. Yeah. It's just the way it is. I don't think they should be like arms on shoulders with an apple here, somebody holding it down here. No, I didn't like. Like, you could change a lot, but just keep the tradition.
No, yeah, where they do the pose.
Yeah. I don't know. Or if you're going to hold it differently or something, like if you want to hold it up in your hand, make everybody, I don't know. I don't know what. I guess
I'm supposed to be showing how different they are.
I guess. I'll have to, like, look at it again and see what I think, but I don't know.
You know what, now that I have seen, though, how, like, I don't know, visually better this one looks, I'm kind of glad that we don't have to watch the OC intro every week.
That's horrible.
Also, because I don't think I could listen to Emily say she wants that damn taco or put the taco in her hand again. Yeah. So there you go. There's that.
They're moving into the Brooklyn arena because you have Cy, who is from Brooklyn, and that's
have
kind of how it opens
one girl
up.
in, I think, every borough, it seems.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
They're nicely, like, spread out, but they all hang out together. Because that was always the big thing with past New York is, oh, you're... uptown.
Yeah, someone's not coming downtown, like, and vice versa,
which
and all
is annoying. It's like, you're not even driving.
Yeah, that's... Come on.
Like... I mean,
but you will get
girls
but you will get younger people to be more versatile with that. Like, that's what what's her name's Leah's thing was. She didn't care because that's what kind of how the younger generation is. They're not as like, oh, I can't go below such and such street. But so she lives in Brooklyn and she has 2 kids, a boy Rio and a girl London. And Bryn is coming over to visit her. And I'm trying to figure out who is because there's always somebody that's closer.
Yeah, like
friends.
Closer.
I mean, she does seem like she's closer with them, but she also just said she really just likes coming over there because she likes her kids.
Yeah, which I will say, I love that she made her take her shoes off.
Yes.
When she walked in the house, that's points in my book. No shoes in the house. No outside clothes on the bed. Those are all my rules. So you know, when I see a housewife do something like that, I'm like, points. And she was even offering her, like, slippers.
Oh, here's the thing. You're coming in from New York City streets.
Oh, yeah. Those you definitely take that
you
off.
Don't bring those
That's
shoes
like going
there.
to, like, a movie theater. You have to strip as soon as you come through the door.
Yeah,
do not wear those clothes in the house.
Yeah, gross.
Which is true, yeah. And, she trekked, a distance. It wasn't like she was just coming a few blocks down.
Yeah, no. They never do. Anytime you set those feet down on that New York street, you want to be like, take them back off, girl.
Yeah, you don't. No open toe shoes, nothing.
No. But she said that she loves coming over there because it reminds her of the life that she wants with the kids and the house and the whole bit. And it's funny, though, because then later on, Jessel comes over. Is that right? Jessel? She comes over with her twin boys, not her 2 twin boys.
They were twins?
Yeah.
Oh,
she said they were twins, double the trouble. And I think they're 2. And she even came with her mom as help. And it was like Bryn said, this is the reason I don't want to have kids.
Our neighbors, Cashew and Walnut. Did not that just
they were just
they were a mess.
Yeah, they were running, tearing everything.
Here, and they're not even twins.
They're running around just tearing stuff up. But I think they're very close in age, these 2. So apparently Jessel met Bryn. Oh my God, what's wrong with me with these names?
Oh my God, this is embarrassing.
Bryn and Sai in the fashion industry publishy type of thing. Because, Sai is the content creator and Bryn is, I'm really not sure. Gotta be honest. Don't got a job for her. We
haven't really got like a deep backstory yet on her.
Nope, don't really have a job for her. So we'll have to wait and see what that is, to be honest with you.
I don't know. Yeah.
She doesn't really talk about what she did, but in the meantime, before Jessel gets there, they do start showing a little bit of the other girls.
Yeah.
Of Erin and Uba going to Washington Square Park to sit and just chitty chat and and
which is different than like the normal Housewives. Like I like that they're just gonna go to the park and chat instead of like having to go to a restaurant. I feel like
they're showing a little bit more of New York.
Yeah, like if you watch the other past seasons of New York, you could be like, I don't even know if they're in New York. Like this is like they were like actually like even when they were walking on the streets later in the episodes, like there were parts where I've like known when we've gone to New York, I'm like, I think we've been down that road definitely.
Yeah.
Like towards the end, I'm like, oh, we've been there probably. So it feels a little bit more like you can sightsee. Where like I feel like the other ones were just like no. Like, you know what I mean? But you know what? We also, the parts where they're going finally in New York now are like the parts where we would hang around, like in Brooklyn and things like that. So maybe that's why we recognize it better than where the oldies used to hang.
Could be. But they start getting into this thing that becomes the whole episode. I mean, it really should have been called like Cheesegate. I mean, honestly, it's like charcuterie gate.
They love calling something Blankengate. They really. It's like a housewife. It's like a housewife trope at this point.
Because and I'm dying to know what this restaurant is that they talked about.
What? Like the beeping it out. Like, is it that serious? Like, I want to know now more. Like, you're making it worse. Just say it.
Yeah, I don't know what one it was.
I think it will get revealed at one point.
Well, somebody's gonna put it out there somewhere. I'm sure they'll figure it out. But Erin, I guess, made arrangements for all the girls to go out to dinner. And Bryn and Sai did not want to go to, let's say it was Wendy's. They do not want to go to Wendy's. I guess it's not an up-and-coming restaurant or it's an old-school restaurant. And they feel like that's not where the people that they want to have be seen. Yeah. So maybe Bryn's a little bit of a content creator too. I don't know. Or a model or something. But I guess Sai, with her content creations, wants to be in the know. And I guess apparently this place is not in the know.
Yeah.
They made a lot of comments or whatever. So she said they ended up like
I guess they were hanging out
on her. They ended up. I guess they were. It
sounds like one was hanging out with her and then like
and they ended up bailing on her and then ended up posting pictures of them both.
How foolish.
Eating.
You fool.
So at Cipriano's, whatever that fancy place is. So that became like an issue. Then we find out a little bit more when we go back to the house and Bryn starts talking about like this charcuterie board and cheese. And that apparently Erin had put one out and Sai made a comment about like, what is this?
Something, it's weird.
And she said something about it's cheese or something, and she said, well, that's weird. And I guess she made the comment. Later we find out that Erin made the comment to Bryn jokingly, but Bryn took it and threw it out there to stir the pot.
I can already picture the troublemakers. I feel like Erin's gonna be trouble. Bryn's gonna be like the one that like spreads the trouble.
I think she'll spread the trouble, and I think Erin's gonna be the one that won't let it go. Like she's going to be like
forgive and not forget.
Yeah, she'll be confrontational. She'll be constantly bringing it up.
But the question is, what the hell does this one at Sai is like in the circle of it all? And she hasn't really done anything, this poor girl. No. She's got the dinner, and then she's got the cheese as well. Like, she's also, like, involved in this entirely on accident. Which, at first, when they were explaining the cheese thing, like, I wasn't getting it. I'm like, is this girl, like, vegan? And she was, like, making a comment about the cheese or something.
No, but they said that she kept saying, I was eating the cheese. As a matter of fact, I had the cheese in my mouth, I think, when I told her I liked it or something. So, I don't think that was the thing. Like, I think it was like one of those weird comments that was made and then like it just escalated and this girl Bryn seems like the type that is going to take it and run with it. But I will tell you, these girls better really do a good job because so far, just based on what they were talking about, Crappy Lake is better.
Yeah, I mean, it's funnier. I mean, here's the thing though. These fights are very funny, stupid.
But so far these fights are...
They're stupid, but... Stupid fights are the core housewife. Like, that's like as stupid as you
and
can
they
get.
were making it sound like they know it's stupid.
Yeah.
Because everybody was like, did you hear about the cheese? Did you hear about the cheesecake?
Where,
the
like, some
charcuterie,
people
apparently
are, like,
cheese is a big topic.
They
like,
take it very seriously. Like, they were making jokes. Like, they end up having so many different cheeses at this next party. So, like, I think they're aware of, like, how stupid they are. Where some of them are just, like, they don't have that awareness. And I will say, my least favorite thing when we join some of these housewife franchises or they bring new people in is, like, when they're having these fights that they're already experiencing that are, like, we are not a part of. I always feel like I feel like that's why I was a little lost and confused with their fight in the beginning. But here's my thing. This to me makes it feel like a real friend group then. That this was a fight that they had before they even got filming. Like, they didn't even wait to have it to film. Like, they could have waited and held it to the next party or whatever.
We don't know. You know how they love to hold footage back from us. I mean, maybe. They could flash back to some kind of cheese charcuterie nonsense.
They could. I mean, I feel like they would have already. I will say there's no flashing back like that already, which makes me feel better.
Nothing yet.
Which is kind of like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, Melissa Gorga style, because I don't know if I could. I can't handle any more flashbacks. I really can't. OC's got me good on the flashbacks. I'm good.
So apparently they're all then going to end up together in a you'll see in another event at someone else at Jen Alliance's house. But it's just weird because they're saying since the cheesecake nobody's really gotten together, so they haven't really discussed it or broke it down or said what was going to go on. So they kind of just drop it a little bit, and then they go on to Jessel's house with her husband and her mom, who's visiting apparently, who's helping with the kids and helping with everything else. And she seems like a neat, clean freak and, is worried about every little thing being perfect. Don't know what her husband does, but he was popping the laptop and was get to work right there. With the laptop. So, I mean, she made the comment that he was her best friend. Like, they were best friends. And then she took everything that was wrong with him and fixed it to make him perfect to be a husband. I was like, I don't know how I would feel about that as a husband, to be like, oh, good, I was no good, so you fixed me, and now it's okay. I mean, I don't know. I just was like, okay, nice, and then she married him. So then Jen Alliance comes over, and you can already see how crazy she is. First thing in the gate, she's going into the stacked Oreos.
Stop. I literally wrote not the Oreos in the glass cookie jar, because if you know, like, I know they're the Khloe Kardashian thing, but there's people that we've watched who do those things, and they're just old. Yeah, they're old. That husband only said that comment to make that girl not feel bad about eating those stale Oreos.
No, well, here's my thing.
Bad.
You're only gonna
want an Oreo now,
but you're only gonna make that comment if they were tasting a little funny.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't. Why would you ask that question?
Well, I didn't see her go back in for another one.
No, she didn't. So why would you ask that question if they weren't meant to? Like, if they were.
And you know what? They looked like the mega stuff ones.
They were. No, they were.
Well, there's a party in the hallway.
Apparently.
Somebody must have brought a charcuterie board over.
No, jeez. I did notice though that they were mega.
They were. I noticed it too. I'm like, that's a lot more stuffing than the ones that. Oh, heavens.
She's talking about, apparently she's a very heavy, sweet person, and if it's around, she doesn't even care, because she went in there and then was like, is this okay? It's a little late. You already had it in your hand, and you
unevened out the Oreo stack now. Like,
you were putting it in, so...
I'm sure she might have had something better to offer you. Maybe she even had a new sealed package that was fresh of Oreos. Who knows? I don't know, but, I mean, come on now.
So they start talking about her event that she's going to have. She's going to have a girls' night in instead of a girls' night out. And she is sending out the invitations, which I thought was interesting.
Did you see that video? What? That was a little weird. That was weird.
But I think that's what they're trying to say, who she is. She's
quirky,
untraditional. She does things differently. Like, she put up little note cards that said, like, come to this and that, wear this and that. So she wanted everybody to come in black,
white,
gold,
cocky,
or
that London
metallic
accent.
Oh my god, cocky. I don't even know if that's how they say it in
cocky.
I don't know. She
I don't know. Insisting. You're learning French. You tell us.
I don't know if they say it like that, but I'll try to find out and figure that out, because I thought that was bizarro. So
you're still you know for the OG listeners of our podcast, you're supposed to be still learning how to say "hit the button" in French. We're waiting on it.
Sorry, I don't know about that. But it was a silent video, so there was no... Yeah, I mean, well, there could have been music to it, but they could have had to knock that down because of...
Copyright, yeah.
Copyrights, but I don't think there was, though. I feel like there might not have been...
Which is interesting.
Anything to it. So that's all she asked, was you wear a certain color, come, and hang out and what have you. So they bring up the cheese now. It's just when you're thinking like the cheese is over. No, she mentions the cheese, and she tells Jenna about like what went on with this whole Cheesegate.
Yeah, because she's not like, I don't think she's part of that.
No, I don't
side
think
of
she.
the friends.
I don't think she was part of that, and I don't think she was out there with them. So it was like, okay. But again, here's person number one that has an elevator that opens up into their apartment.
They all do. No, these apartments, I'm sorry to the original girls, these girls have money. Yeah. I've never seen New York apartments this big and this nice. They have money. Like, I mean, come on, look at, was it Dorinda with that like small apartment? Like, these girls are rolling in cash. Have money. To have this big of a place in New York.
No, they have money.
I mean, and the elevator to the door, so you know that building's like secure. Oh, if your elevator's coming, like, yeah, no.
Well, no, and that also means you're on the penthouse, because that's usually who gets the elevators is the penthouse. Oh, like nobody else will they open up typically too.
Interesting. I didn't.
Unless you do and you have to unlock it. I don't know how it works, but
I don't know. But yeah, I just size wise, I did notice the elevator to the door, but like size, it's like. You know what? Remember when we watched Wizards of Waverly Place and we joked about that size in a New York apartment? It's no longer a joke. But also, look how much money these girls have. They were running a failed Subway shop in Wizards, so must have been the magic.
Must have been. So then we end up going over to Erin's house, yet another large house with an elevator that opens up into her apartment. But she had a lot of people in that house for, I think it was the husband's birthday or something. Somebody's birthday. I thought it was the husband.
Why did I think she was divorced?
No, she's got 3 kids. Huh? You know, she has 3 kids in that.
I know she has 3 kids, but I thought she was single.
Levi, Layla, and Elijah.
So we had an L theme and we dropped it.
Or is it Eli? Eli, sorry.
Still dropped the L theme there, though.
She did. It's a curved one, but, you know, there it is. All her family came over, and I'm, like I said earlier, thinking she was Spanish for some reason. I don't know. I couldn't tell what she was. But yet, apparently she's Israeli because she mentions it, first of all. And then you can hear her speaking also in that language as well. She must be like
but you know
bilingual.
What? But if she's a traditional New Yorker, it would benefit her to speak multiple languages.
Oh, of course, of course. So her family just does. They're cute.
It was just a little introduction.
Cute little family. I guess just to see like where she's at, what she's doing, and then they end up at Jenna's house. She comes down and she has her own chef. And see, this is what I'm saying. Like these women, like you said, are no joke. They have money. I mean, I know Jenna Lyons has money, but they definitely all have to have something.
Yeah, like the last one, Erin. I think it came up like before her sister came in the room. She had like a housekeep and things like that. Like they all have people to take care of their place.
No, there was people there that were just they were definitely doing stuff.
They're rolling
for her for
cash,
sure.
These girls.
Oh yeah, they definitely have it. Then we go to the girls getting ready to go to Jenna's house.
Yeah,
and you see, I think it's just Jessel and her husband.
This is the new Jen Fezla.
Oh my God, it is. It totally is. So Jessel is getting herself
we're gonna have to come up with a little
ready, and that's where the cocky comes in. She keeps saying cocky, and to us Americans, of course, that's hilarious. That's like when someone says.
What? It's just pointing at me like
what is that word where you say like duty or something? It's like, oh, you said duty. That's what she's like. She's with the cocky. You've never heard that where someone says duty?
Yeah, duty.
So then Erin decides to call Jessel. I have to think every time I say it. She decides to call her to confirm what they're going to wear and, you know, this, that, and the other thing. And she starts telling her, I haven't seen Bryn since that night that they stood us up. And there's a whole big thing with the cheese and... it was meant to be a joke. I said it to her in a joke about it, never meaning that it was serious. And for whatever reason, this other girl Bryn, and I guess told her. So I guess she's a little annoyed with that fact. Because we do see a flashback. We saw a flashback when Bryn shows up and she says, she's telling Jenna that, sorry, I'm late. I was scared to come because I know that Erin is mad at me. And you see, I think it might have been the first flashback of Jessel telling Bryn that Erin is still mad at you because of the cheese comment. That was the one and only flashback.
That little minuscule thing, it didn't even sit with me because like OC is like all flashback.
My God, it's so many
At that
flashbacks.
point, it's just like, I don't even know. It should just all be like, you know when they do the TV shows and they start at the beginning and then you have to like work your way back. It's all like one big flashback. That's what OC is.
It's kind of crazy.
It's like that one season of Arrow.
I don't know if they're doing it to fill or what they're like, but I don't understand.
I don't know. Maybe they couldn't structure it properly.
No, because look here, case in point, you have so many of these unseen footage things. Like, so why you don't need filler as a flashback? I could see if it was something that was kind of
maybe it just wasn't structuring right.
I don't know. If it's something that's
give me the raw footage, Bravo. Let me figure it out. But if it's
something that's further back, like where you might think, oh, people might forgot about that event.
That's one thing.
Yeah, you might think people forgot about that event, so that would make sense. I get it. You want to show them,
or even if you already know going into the season, like, oh, this is going to be like an iconic moment.
Yeah, and you just want to reiterate it. Like, you really want to put it back in people's minds how it was said in the whole bit. Okay, I get that, but they're
flashing back to scenes that we've never seen. That's the issue.
That's what cracks me up too. Yeah, that's not even making sense. So then the girls all one by one start, leaving and whatnot and heading towards Gianna, and then you see Gianna come down. She greets her chef. I guess that's her assistant that was in there. She tries to get her to take the dog for a walk again. I don't know. It's raining. Dogs don't like it.
Even the shots of these girls walking up to the house were like so. It was different. Just so different. Like
very Sex and the City-ish. I will say. I know you don't watch that, but that's
production.
That's kind of what it is. It's like very Sex and the City because you'll see like I don't know if they were like shooting the street kind of feet. And
it was just like the way it was like the camera quality looked better. Like everything just seemed.
I agree with that one.
Very like literally the words to describe this are like sharp, sleek, and clean. Like if somebody was like describe it in 3 words, that would be it. It's just very.
It's Heather Dubrow.
Heather Dubrow to New York.
Yeah.
No more Beverly Hills. We've changed our mind. I think she could throw down with these women. I think Heather Dubrow could throw down with any cast, though.
Yeah, no, I think so too.
I think she could fix New Jersey. Should we go that far? Might as well.
Well, they could really take her down. So we end up with another house or apartment, what have you, that has an elevator yet again. Now, hers did look like she had to buzz people in.
Because somebody was,
the chef or somebody so I guess maybe when they get on the elevator, they have to press the button and then she has to release them in or something.
Yeah. Or there might be somebody who like when you have to go on this like maybe there's like a section of them that can go on this elevator, but it's like it
could be.
You have to go to the front desk to get.
Yeah, it could be something as simple as that.
Sure.
I don't know.
We don't live in that kind of building, so how would we know? Don't ask
that's
us.
For sure. My elevator's all the way down the hall. So then in Jenna's house, she offers her to give her a tour, and I thought it was a little weird. Not that you don't give tours, but I was like, she's really giving like a weird, like really a tour. But then come to find out, Erin is a real estate agent.
Yeah.
So we find out what she does now, and she takes her to Jenna's infamous shoe closet and basic breakdown of using the bedrooms for nothing other than storage, closets, and whatnot, which is fine.
That's what our doctor told us. You're just supposed to sleep in your bed, nothing else. Sleep in the bed and then go everywhere else.
That's what she has. She has the bath. I like how her bedroom was set up. It was the bathroom and then these glass walls, and then the bathroom is over there. Or did I say bathroom twice?
You said bathroom twice.
It's the bedroom, and then through the glass walls is the sinks and whatnot of the
well, yeah, bathroom. Because here's my thing: if you're living alone by yourself, who cares what you're looking through? It just felt
very Hotel Swedish, like a suite like type thing, which I think a lot of people are try to get those vibes. But she did say to her, like, this is. Did she say it a pad? Is that what she called it?
Yeah, she called it more of like a pad than like an apartment.
Than an apartment. She's like, what's the difference? She's like, the difference is kids will never come through here. Which you live is kind of like.
Well, no, she said, or you have older kids, which I think she does have. She did, son,
yeah.
So. For example, you may have an older daughter, but this is not a pad. No. This is an apartment. Then we can just go on the fact that we have Baby Yoda figurines around, and Legos. So you do not live in a pad. Sorry to tell you.
No, not at all. So of course they address apparently that she has. Did she say like 300 and some odd shoes?
She said at least last time she counted, she has 300 shoes, but she's gotten rid of some. But she's also probably bought more than she's gotten rid of.
I don't. I think she probably.
What is she even gonna do when she gets like?
Here's my thing. It's like, what are you doing with all those shoes?
But here's the thing: if you have 365, you could at least have one pair to wear every day.
I don't know if she has that many. I forget what
she said at least 300.
I forget what the actual number was. Oh my God! Please.
What?
They all are doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it again. Oh, you're so pretty. Oh, you look so pretty.
Yeah.
It's like Beverly Hills all over again. Because Beverly Hills
does
that.
Classic housewife trope. You cannot not.
No, but it's like at least come up with your own catchphrase. But they're all like, "Oh, you're so pretty." Oh, I'm like,
I'd pay any housewife who will come up with at least use just a synonym of pretty and beautiful.
Something for heaven's sakes. Because I'm like, oh my God, are they really doing pretty? I mean, that's what we do to Sissy, pretty. Yeah, Sissy. But like,
that's what you want. I mean, you want to see Sissy put on a little show for you, do a little trick and a twirl. You go, oh, where's Sissy? Where's the pretty girl? So
no, it was.
I don't know. I want somebody come with a new synonym: pretty, beautiful, gorgeous. stunning, any of those. I want something new.
So, of course, at Jenna's house, there is a crap load of cheese.
Yeah.
It's cheese fondue, cheese blocks, cheese this, cheese that.
She walked into the local Whole Foods and picked out every form
cheese
of
and
cheese.
just said, I need them all because there's going to be Cheesegate at my apartment and I need to like
cheese it all.
Yeah, I got to cheese it up. It's got to be cheesy. Cheesy all the way around. And she absolutely cheesed it up because when everybody started coming, they were like, what's with all...
They're like, your house smells like cheese.
It should have, because some of those cheeses
it probably does.
Really
her apartment probably still smells. This was filmed back in October. This probably still reeks.
They can be
like
very potent.
cheese in there.
So she was kind of saying that she doesn't know what's going on with that, but she made sure she had cheese for the event, and all the girls start coming in, and then everybody but Brynn. And then they start talking about how this whole thing with the cheese and the charcuterie board and how it was nothing. And then Sai basically says, like, listen, that night that we didn't show up for a reason because I didn't want to go to that restaurant or what have you. Erin said, see, that's the difference between her and Brynn. She will cop to it. She will get it going and we'll move on. Apparently, Brynn is going to be, like you said, the pot stirrer, and Erin's going to be the one that's constantly challenging it. And that's what I think Ramona does sometimes. Like, that's why I was thinking, because Ramona would always be like, bring up the conflict, bring up the drama. But this girl is going to be the easy pot stirrer. So there you have it.
The real test what's going to be here now is how long are we going to carry this cheese and going restaurant drama? No, but that's going to be the true test. If you make it a mini little fun fight in the first
fight.
episode, or maybe even we discuss it a little next week just to cap it off now.
Yeah, maybe.
Because we're going to review the party and then you'll share your thoughts. No. But if you carry this out past, I feel like episode 3, then we are in trouble here and we're repeating housewife history.
Yeah, no.
And I think that is what will set these girls apart, is if they can keep different fights going on. At least, like, I know they build, a lot of the housewives will, the cheese will be at the core and then they will build and they will build and build and build and build. That's one thing. But to have it be the same cheese the whole time.
Oh God, no, please, no.
As long as they do that.
I'm a cheese lover too, but they can't.
As long as they can do that, I think then they'll be good. I hope. I guess.
I think you have to, like, there's a beginning, start, and an end. You gotta, like, okay, start the fight, make it happen, and then just end it.
I'm sure we'll find something else to fight about. Let's drop the cheese.
They definitely look like they have other stuff to fight about. So it becomes, like, annoying to the other girls because they start to do, like, a little game that she created, Jenna Lyons, and they're going around, and somehow cheese ends up back in the middle of the mix, and she's like, does anybody really want to talk about this now? So Brynn and Erin decide to get up and go and chitty-chat in another room, which is her bedroom, Jenna's bedroom.
Well, there's only, the other girl said it's kitchen, living room, bedroom, so there was only one other option. Yeah. You're not going to go in the kitchen where the chef's, I guess, cooking. I don't know.
No, and quite honestly, the chef's right there, kind of on the other side of the living room. So I don't think that would have really privacy-wise worked. But
I guess you kind of have to go to her bedroom. Yeah. But here's my thing: it's one thing to go to her bedroom, but the one girl, Brynn, she was like laying in her bed. I mean, I know they end up going in the closet and messing around in there.
Well, they go in there and take a jacket and another jacket and shoes, and I saw that coming a mile away too. I didn't think she was going to be upset, but I think she was going to be concerned.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if this one goes up to her and hugs her, oh, they're never getting apart. And guess what? They didn't. And she did take it lightly, but it was like, yikes. Like,
I didn't even think about it. I didn't even. She said she was more concerned with the shirt. She said that's Valentino.
Yeah. What's the bottom that she doesn't care? I mean.
No, I think the sequin jacket was just whatever. But that shirt, I don't know. Must have been. She must have at least. That means she's keeping those price tags up in her head to be like, that. I know that one's more expensive than that one.
I couldn't remember what the girl was just wearing until you said jacket. Because I'm like, what's underneath her that's so special? Nothing. There was nothing underneath her, and they all wore black except for Uba, who came in leopard. That was her version of khaki.
Yeah, because she said you only wear khaki on a safari.
Yeah. So I mean, these girls were very literal in the research and development of things.
She said black, white, gold, khaki. You could have worn white or gold. Why did they all wear black like it's a funeral?
That's a New Yorker thing, I guess. They do. Oh, hello, Mama. They do tend to go with the all black. But then the girls come out with the outfits on and the shoes on, and you see they made up, and they were pretending like they didn't. But of course, then Jenna's like getting nervous because she didn't want to act. I don't think she wanted to act rude, but I also think like she felt weird about it because she's like, yeah, like that's fine until she's like, I see them hug, and then of course they're stuck together.
Yeah.
There was no doubt. So, and it kind of just
it did just end there, which
yeah,
a weird ending again. But OC's having the same thing. Crappy Lake's having the same thing. That's what is this new trend on Bravo where they don't know how to end it right, so they kind of just
leave it
next week on.
Yeah, I don't
That's
like that.
That's literally what it is. Yeah,
they
I don't
gotta
love
fix
that.
this. They gotta fix that because it's
like it's not like I feel like each episode should have the story where it's gonna come to a close. Like you would assume naturally, like we'd see them leaving.
Yeah,
but we didn't. So I guess the party's gonna continue next week. But I don't know.
Blue light in the sky. Nope. I just butchered.
What the hell was that?
That's Manifest. Sorry.
Blue light in the sky.
That was Manifest.
Girl, we haven't even talked about that show in how many months on
Well, yeah, but I just watched it. So.
I know, but Blue Light in the Sky. Well, that's it for New York. I feel like they have potential. You know what? I'm gonna look for the positive because, like I said last week on our OC one, people were already being negative. But you know what? I'm already seeing people say, "Oh, I like this."
I don't think it's bad. I think we'll end up liking it.
I think we will.
I don't really. Based on the coming attractions, couldn't tell you where they're gonna go with it though, because it was like 1 minute one person was okay, the next minute they weren't, then the next minute you got one making a crazy face, so you don't know if it's about them, and then one screaming about something about marriage. I don't know. It was a lot. It was a lot. Don't talk about this. Don't talk about that.
Don't talk about the husband.
Yeah, it was. So we'll have to wait this one out.
We'll see. I mean, who knows? Hopefully they'll be good. Hopefully maybe they'll stick around. Oh heavens,
they did.
Jessel brought her kids over next door apparently, so this is hell. So we're gonna have to definitely get out of here.
Yeah.
But every Monday we put up the Real Housewives of OC. We put these guys out now on Wednesday and Crappy Lake on Thursdays. And then our other podcast we upload every other Friday. We talk about it all.
Oh, yeah. And we got a doozy.
Yeah. We hope you guys enjoyed. So thank you so much for listening or watching. Hopefully you'll leave us a good rating. And if you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Don't give us a thumbs down. Instead, leave a comment telling us how we can improve. Subscribe and follow and turn notifications so you don't miss any episodes.
Oh, here comes the cops first.
It's like we're in New York.
There you go.
Perfect. It's like really like New York surround sound here.
New York vibes.
But I think that's all. So we'll see you.
And it's fire now too. You better hit the button because
yeah, we gotta go.
Usually that comes to our building. So hit the button.